All right, here we are. Welcome to the stream. Let's see, turn this down a bit. Yeah. Hello, Fulcrum Monarch. I would put an of in there, of wisdom. How are you doing? Hey, Desert Rose. It's a wonderful day. It is. It's a beautiful day here today. The sun's shining a little bit. It's up. It's above freezing, so I'm enjoying that. Went up for a little bit of a walk. Uh, hi, Chloe. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hey, guys and gals, she says. James Ortiz, good to see you. Hey, Jillian, good to see you too. Much love from CT to Max Fishing. So thank you. All right. So how are you guys doing today? Time for a smudge. Yeah. I have nothing really to present. I might read some Ovid. There's some really cool stuff in there. Nobody has much to talk about. It's really cool. I read on in Ovid. We read some parts just to deal with the monsters and that the other day. It was really interesting. I'm leaving work, so it's good now. Okay, Chloe, awesome. Don't remote. We're not remote viewing, so you can drive just fine, just listening to us. I don't have anything. I won't show you anything at the moment. Okay, we'll wait until you get home. Made it multitasking is such a weird lost. Beautiful. Okay. Hi, Karen Lynn. Good to see you. Yeah, just listen for the moment. You can watch when you get home. I did hear a very interesting idea. This gentleman I saw on another channel today, he believes that the in simulation Earth, and I like that concept, simulation Earth, the Matrix, the true Matrix, right? They do say that the underlying code of our existence, the self-correcting code that keeps things bound, is not even very much like, but exactly like the ASCII code. That's, a, that's pretty amazing. I get so scattered. I miss you too. Straight evenings. Oh, spudging could be a main culprit. Could be a contributing factor. That's why I get into the middle of my sentence and what's that? I kind of wanted to go mud fossil hunting. Oh, nice. Yeah, I love mud fossil hunting. Still a little bit cold for me now. How about that? The ASCII code, Boolean logic. Boolean logic, I've never heard of that. Is that another computer code? So Boolean logic is a form of algebra that is centered around three simple words known as the Boolean operators: or, and not. These Boolean operators are the logical conjunctions between your keywords in search to help Boolean narrow its scope. That's interesting. Maybe that's our operating system, right? That's exactly what happened to you. The if then, or the if then, if not translates to basic. Yeah. It's almost like a trinary system, right? It's got it's got on, off, and maybe. I always thought that would be a good thing to add to a computer, the maybe button, or the maybe choice, right? So the computer could have an alternative choice. I guess that choice could be expansive too. All of our text built on that, yeah. On and off, and I'll think about it. Yeah, is there a maybe code in us? Are we just on and off? A lot of people think that we are just on and off. Either we like something or we just like something. And that's what builds our perception of the world. Do we have a maybe button as well? I'd like to think we do. That'd be cool. We're like a trinary system. We have, on, off, half on, half off. Maybe half glass full, half empty. With a three-finger salute will take you into a task manager that shuts down programs that have stopped responding. Oh, the Control-Alt-Delete, yeah. Control-Alt-Delete. Or Control-Alt-Escape, I forget. One of those. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? Oh, how did you get that, Paula?
How did I get what?
I didn't even post that.
Did you?
Did I? Oh, okay.
Did you? I don't have tricks.
Oh, maybe that's my smudging. Maybe I smudged. Did I smudge it in there? Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
I
I wouldn't been able to come in here without it.
That's the great thing about a bad short-term memory. There's always surprises.
Surprise! Oh,
Oh, Teresa does the munch munch pass, not the puff puff.
munch, munch. Yeah.
Got any cookies today? Cookies or gummies? Some people like the cookies, some people like the gummies. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, well, did you post it? Short term memory, yeah.
so I wanted to let you know that so far today I'm feeling much better. So that's good.
Awesome.
No chest pain, no nausea.
Yeah. How'd you sleep last night?
I slept pretty good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to keep taking aspirin for a while?
No, I always take aspirin. I just actually what I think happened, because this is how my system works, was I got involved with the drama that's been going on around YouTube, and I should have
Uh-huh.
never done that because it was not my place. So I am now in process of making things right and correcting the situation. And I think that's why I feel better,
Good. Okay.
because I
Gotcha.
think that's what made my heart hurt in the first place.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I think you were probably right.
Yeah,
I'm glad you're feeling much better.
me too. Not ready to die yet.
No, let's not do that.
No, don't want to.
So is your day going good? You having some sunshine out there?
Heck yeah, we got some sunshine. Been watching the beautiful birds eat the seeds we give them and go to the bird bath and partay and
Yeah. I have birds I feed on the way to work and on the way home. They do little dances in the air for me. It's pretty cute,
yeah,
really. Yeah,
yes,
because they're bush birds. They hide in the bush. So
yes, yes. And we have our bird bell right in a bush and they love it.
it's YouTube drama. Yeah, I don't get involved in that. Well, Leah, you're right. We just got impact from CME and solar flare. Always. Yeah, last night I felt a change too. It's like they're putting out almost not an anger. It's like an aggression frequency, a frequency to cause people to be aggressive. And it just started last night. Now I don't know if it's true or if anyone else felt anything like that. I can't prove it because there was no change in my meter. Um, but it just felt like there was an energy change for aggression.
Yeah, yep,
Anyone else?
that makes sense. Now you're meaning switching from aggression to more peaceful, right?
No, no, I'm
Or
still in. No, it's still an aggressive state.
it's still oh,
Yeah,
see, I was feeling the aggression and now it's turning like the other way. It's not completely turned the other way, but it's somewhere in the middle now.
yeah. It might have even been a couple days ago. No, it doesn't seem like anybody else experienced anything. Sometimes the impact is just seen on other people because a lot of people here are very in control of their emotions and won't notice it because they're of a higher vibration. But
Well, yeah, I usually,
you might
yeah,
notice it in the people around you.
yeah, yeah. But right now, with Saturn being in or Saturn being in Pisces, it's a state of war right now for like all of 2023, I think.
Oh, is that because of Mars or planets or
I don't think Mars. I don't know what
Neptune?
Mars is up to. I just know that Saturn is in Pisces, and that's war. So,
Okay, Karen or Jillian has felt something recently. I felt a lot of anger personally. A lot of energy is coming through, feeling called to ground and balance. Yep. Good.
Yes, and that's exactly right. I'm usually a mediator in my life. I'm the mediator. And instead of being the mediator, I just jumped on the defense and started defending people and ended up offending people. And now I'm in process of undoing all of that because I'm the mediator. I'm not the offender. I don't mean to offend anyone, and but my stupid ass went out there and just did it anyway for some
Yeah.
reason. And so I'm trying to fix that.
Yeah. I sometimes go to places where my views aren't appreciated or accepted because I do like different opinions on things and different
Yeah.
versions. Uh, so, but yeah, sometimes if you try to express your beliefs or your opinions, you get a lot of flack back.
Yeah.
I was furious with the elite. The elite. Yeah, that'd be a good person. That's what I think. See, and that's what I think is really going to happen, Karen Lynn. You're so on things. That's awesome. I think I think that this is this aggression. If it wakes up a lot of people who are in control of themselves, where's that aggression going to go? I think Karen Lynn's right in her thinking. I think that's where it's going to go because they're losing their control. Their mind control is gone on a large portion of the population.
Yeah.
And once they start seeing what's really going on and what these people are doing to us, dragging us into and putting on us and all of it, if they start seeing it all, it's game over. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Jillian. She says, anger out of protection for life. For me personally, it has its place. We're being called to channel it. Yeah, whoever we, however we can make change. Right. Blessings to you, Carolyn, for sharing your experience. Yeah, thank you to you all for sharing. Right. We got you, Jillian.
Yep.
Yeah, it's important for us now to center ourselves. Grounding, yeah, that's going to help a lot. Hi, Paul
Yeah.
from Newcastle. Yeah, turn it back on with compassion, but we've got to expose the truth, and people are really getting that. You know, it's really starting to come out. I'm really. Did you guys? I've wanted to talk to this on a channel for a long time, for a couple days now. Elon Musk and Paul Rogan have changed their tunes. Did you see
Oh,
Elon
again.
Musk? Huh?
Again.
Well, Joe Rogan. Well, I don't know if it's changing their tunes. Elon Musk, I don't trust, but he's saying the right things. Joe Rogan's kind of uh, they've both come out against the New World Order, against the jabby jibs, or sorry, not Elon on the jabby jibs. At least as far as yeah, he did because a friend of his was damaged, or one of his family members. So that is huge news because the reach of those people is massive. They have massive reach. They have greater viewership combined all I would say as all the networks. So that's a huge event for them to come out against globalism and the New World Order. It's huge.
But is Elon going to stop his bull crap with Neuralink? No.
No. He's a apparently he's a libertarian. People that want that can have that. You know, I don't know how well that's going to work, but yeah, I still
I
don't
feel
trust him.
like he's
Right?
controlled opposition along with the other guy you mentioned.
Well, probably, and we'll have to monitor that. But we can use what he said
Yeah.
to our advantage,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I've been having anger management issues badly here lately. It's not my normal self. I don't really like the way it feels. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I know why it's come about having problem letting it go. Yeah, and a lot of that has helped. Um, Sometimes you're having emotions and they're not your own because they're being put on you by either the lily wave, the overexcitement of the atmosphere. Those can all attribute to mood problems, anger, health
Planetary
problems.
alignments. Yeah.
Yeah. So, that doesn't, you know, it doesn't give you free will to say, well, it's being put on me or anything like that. It gives you the opportunity to take control of it.
Yes.
Knowing what it is
Transmute.
gives you the ability to yeah, like you say, transmute it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And what's the opposite of anger but love?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
When
going to
I
be,
first, oh my God.
remember the anger that many of us felt learning that we've been lied to. Here's Karen Lynn saying the sudden exposure of the lies, deceptions, despicables, and the depth of carnage. It's hard to get around that. Yeah, it is. And once
Hmm.
people start feeling that and knowing it, they're going to have their experience of cognitive dissonance. They'll
I,
have to. I've been
yeah.
putting up meditation videos. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. The, the night I had my heart attack, I was, being humbled. I could feel that I was being humbled. And then the next day, I was just a puddle of frickin' tears. And the message that I got was, let not your heart be troubled, and forgive, and love. And I mean, my heart was literally frigging breaking. It was, and I had quite the baptism there.
Mm.
But just having that was not what made my heart stop hurting. I put into motion as of today, days later from all of that, uh, the apology is on the way. I'm in process of apologizing to anyone who I got mouthy with for, I can't say no reason, but it wasn't my job to judge them. They're
Yeah.
not world officials. They're not government officials. They're not the ones that we're really mad at, I don't think.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and once I got that ball rolling, I started feeling better. So
Yeah.
if you
Did you?
feel like crap, y'all, and you've done something like I've done lately, make it right. You'll start to feel better.
Yeah. Hi, Temperance. Good to see you. Deep anger never goes away for some of us. Hi, Max. Yeah, it's very difficult for some people to release their anger. I understand that, Temperance. We are reminders for each other in the moments that we need it. Someone said we go through the emotions at different times, be so we can be steps to help each other climb up. I love that. That is good, Joey. Yeah, yeah. We're here to help you take you out of that anger, Temperance. Sometimes some people walk around in anger all the time, and the first step for them is to take a few moments and not be angry. You know,
Yeah.
from there, right? Trying to let go is hard, but it makes it easier if you try and see what lessons were learned. I know that they can often come out negative at first, the lessons you think you've learned, and they are probably true. But eventually, you can find some positive in it, what it made you. Um, you know, because we like you the way you are. I do. So,
Yeah.
yep. I want me back. Chloe says it's up to you, Chloe.
Yeah.
Right? What helps me a lot is saying love and gratitude and thank you a lot. That really helps. In the
Yeah.
morning, when I'm walking to work, I say thank you, love, and gratitude for this day. And I look around me and I try and find something or I think of something. that I can be thankful for, have love and gratitude for. And there's a lot of things, the air I breathe, the sun that shines, the people that I interact with. Those are all great things to be thankful.
Don't take them for granted. Yeah.
Yeah, being thankful for things can help because we don't often, think of the things we're thankful for.
Well, then while we're at it, I'm thankful for all the new people that I have met in the communities out there on YouTube. I have met a lot of new people that I like, and sadly, they hang out on other channels that the other channels that I like don't like, but I like these people. And if their channels on a channel that another group I like doesn't like, I can't not go there just because someone else doesn't want me there.
Yeah. Well, just
You know, I'm
it's a
meant to
choice to
make connections with these people that I'm drawn to.
well, it's a choice to interact with them even in chat. Like if you don't like interacting with somebody, I just
Then don't.
just
Yeah.
ignore them. Yeah,
Yeah.
just don't interact. It's very simple. You know,
No.
like
Yeah.
some people come here occasionally, only a couple times, and said, "I don't like what you're talking about." Well, there's an off button. You know,
Yeah.
you can go watch something else. There's an entire YouTube filled with stuff out there.
Right.
Settling on taking my anger to the grave. Okay, yeah. Well, that's a choice, Temperance. We don't damn you for making that choice.
That's
Chloe, they,
right.
they like the Terminator, like a robot. It has no feelings. It will never stop. Oh, what's that? What's they? Who's they? I'm glad I was strong enough to leave it behind me, Paul. Grateful for that. Okay, I didn't catch all that, but there's some good stuff happening.
Heck, for the record, I think me and you are a good example of how two people can not agree on everything, yet we're still friends and we get along.
Yep, yep, yep. Me and Paula do not have like thinking on things, but we are best friends. Yeah.
Yes. Because we are all, and I will keep saying this until I don't have to anymore. Doesn't matter where we are on the path is the same. There's one path, and though we might be on different parts of the path, we are still all on the same path.
Yep. Try to enlighten the soul. And that is something that is agreed on almost every channel. Everybody in this type of community, no matter what it is, they seem to want to enlighten the soul. At least that's
Yeah,
their stated goal.
yeah,
So that's good stuff. You
that's
know.
good stuff. Everybody has a different technique, a different way of communicating,
Yep.
and we really do need to stop judging because that was like the whole thing that I got sucked into out there was they don't like the way this one guy communicates. Well, but there's plenty of people that are saying that he's helping them. So who am I to say that what he's doing and how he's doing it is fucking wrong? I can't. I don't even know the guy.
Yeah.
If he's helping people, then more power to him.
Yep. Yep. I would agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was on Z, and I want people to think different things. I want a world where there's different civilizations, different ways of doing things, different ways of thinking. That's what I want. Infinite diversity. I don't want everyone to think the same as me. That would be horrible, in my opinion. Right?
And that's
Please,
not having an open mind at all, right?
yeah. I don't. I'm not going to evangelize to anyone about my thoughts. I present them, but I don't. I'm not going to make you believe the same as I do. That's not the way we should be.
Right. I agree.
But I do like your ideas. I like your concepts
Yeah.
and things, that you express. I do. I like the butterfly cluster thing that you're on
Yeah.
that right now. Mhm.
I think that's, I think it's this place called heaven or
Right?
paradise, or it's the place where you go where you at least take a vacation. It's the vacation spot, something.
Right?
It's it drew me to it for a reason. I've only found two clusters so far, and the first one was the manger. And then the second one was a place called the Butterfly Cluster, the Splendors of the Heavens. That's like the beginning and the end right there, in my opinion, the way I'm seeing it. The beginning is when we're born, and the end is when we're done. uh, and I'm looking for other clusters, but StreamYard's been kind of glitchy lately because the internet's been glitchy, so it's been hard.
There was something I was reading and I was interested. It might be related. I'll have to go back and reread something, but it might be related to what you're doing. So I think it was another cluster of some sort, or something celestial. It was definitely something celestial, but I can't remember what it was.
My nebula?
Something like that, yeah.
Hmm.
I'll have to reread some stuff.
Yeah.
Good to see you,
Because
Lung.
yeah, and here's the thing, and I got to say this: people need to know. They wonder why I'm looking up because it finally occurred to me last night, and I wrote it down. I have a feeling that we're going to feel really stupid, especially those who feel that they are evolved enough to move on to the next stage of life. That we're going to feel really stupid coming back, coming back, coming back with reincarnation, and then find out when I crack this code that the answer for the escape plan has been right above us the entire time because it's telling us a story. And I think it's telling us how to evolve and move on.
Butterfly clusters the keyhole to the next level, right?
Yes, the
Yeah.
keyhole to the next level. So it's
Well,
like we've been playing Mario, and now I'm trying to find the behind the scenes once you beat the game mode. There's a whole nother mode behind the scenes in the game once you've beaten the first mode.
okay, cool.
And it's
I think
like,
we get that between lives, but that'd be cool if there's like an escape hatch. I don't know if I'd want to stay there forever, though. I like change.
yeah, I don't know if it's a stay there type scenario, but at the
My,
very least, I need a
yeah,
vacation.
yeah. That could be because of my earthly body, because my earthly body uh, was made by the gods to like change. So
Yeah,
be part of it, you know. But yeah, I'd like, I think a vacation's a great idea. I
heck
think
yeah.
going and building a world, or, you know, a place where you can, I don't know, live out every thing you wanted to do, I guess. But then I'd want to come back
I've
because
never had a
I
vacation,
would
not
get,
even a worldly one.
bored
So,
with that game. I would get bored with that game eventually. I'd need rules. I'd probably eventually set up rules in my world, probably very much like this. You know, I don't know. If you could make the world, what would the world be like? That's a good question.
well, I've said it to death out there in videos everywhere on my own channel, and I want I want a peaceful world, like a vacation spot, basically, where there's no duality, there's no stress, there's just love and happiness and peace and joy and just at least give me that for a while because I've never had it in this life. And so I crave it. I crave what I can't have here because I can be having a perfectly joyful day, and then husband say a thing wrong or do a thing wrong, and next thing I know, I'm all upset, and I don't want those little traps in my way. I want to see who I can become when I'm resonating at that love frequency, that peace frequency, that joy frequency. What could I create if I
I
was
married
never?
I married a woman who disagrees with everything I say.
Oh,
What?
yeah, I married a
I,
man
I
who
don't think that's
basically
wrong.
same. Yeah,
I, I don't think that's wrong. I think I think it's good myself. It is annoying at sometimes, but it's growth. It makes me think. It makes me grow. It gives me challenges. Um, Sometimes it just gives me straight out humor, but, because
oh,
I know.
sometimes. Oh man.
So
Yeah,
it gives me the adversity in life that you know helps. I don't
yeah.
know. I think it's a great thing. Yeah, she
Well,
I
one of
don't
the things
I don't
I
want to be, I wouldn't want to be married to or live with just yes men. Everybody's just agreeing with what I say. You know, I wouldn't want to live like that.
well, not so much
So,
disagree.
I think balance is key, right? Like you don't
Yeah,
want,
balance is definitely key.
you know, like you want. I think everybody needs a little friction in life, but we don't need it to the extent where it debilitates us, makes us sick, or that type of thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the kind of stress that I'm talking about, the kind that makes you sick.
So, I think we can build a world like that here. It's within
And
our reach. It's within our grasp. It's within our technological abilities to do it. But unfortunately, right now we're being ruled by oligarchs who are screwing with that idea.
right.
Right?
And this would be a much better place if they would just stop doing that.
Mm.
All
Yeah,
they have to do is say, I quit,
like
you
I was
know.
reading, like when I was reading yesterday, I was reading Ovid, right? And it said to make these men, in part of the story, you cast stones behind you, right?
Uh-huh.
And all these humans would pop up because they were lonely. And to me, it kind of like on one level, yeah, okay, that's how the humans were made in that story. But on another level, it was like we were leaving behind, like leaving the earth. Maybe we were
Yeah.
meant to leave the earth, and that would be a good goal for mankind because it would open up resources and expansion, and our population could grow. And when our population grows, our collective consciousness grows. And that's one of the things I think they really want to suppress badly is our collective consciousness because we're reaching a point where there might be a critical mass that everybody just pops away. I don't know, just a theory.
I like that visual there. Critical mass. What happens at critical mass? Boom, the explosion.
Yeah.
And I don't mean explosion in a bad way. I mean, we completely, because I think the goal, I really do think the goal is to glorify the flesh, not through sex or any of that crazy misinformation. I believe it's misinformation. I mean, shine your light through the flesh like an X ray.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
at that explosion or implosion moment where we have resonated so high that Kundalini has busted right out the roof and boom, and that heals many or all. But we keep getting pulled back down by anger and hurt and sorrow and pain and
Yep.
no.
Well, sorrow in life, like even in a perfect life, you're still going to have sorrow because people are going to pass, right? So you're going to have the sorrow of loss. That'll always happen. Um, but there are sorrows that we have now that should not be. You know, I think we could take them right out of the world, and like even teenage angst is enough to teach people. You know, things like that. It doesn't have to be a traumatic world. Kundalini experiences and awakenings are extraordinary. Yes, it'd be amazing if the world just suddenly popped awake. That'd be cool.
It is doable as well,
Yeah, I don't know. I like that idea
one
of
by one.
once we reach like 100 monkeys theory, except this is like a
Yes, I
billion,
was just going to say.
8 billion monkeys.
And we're both monkeys in Chinese astrology.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So as you do it and I do it, others do it. It's like when Peter walked down the street, the story in the Bible, his shadow healed them all.
Yeah, yeah. I think sexuality does enter into it, Scotty boy. I think it's an important part of it, of the ascension.
And I disagree, but that doesn't mean I hate you.
No, there's Kundalini sex and raise the oil through using the pump of the white heart. We have 3 hearts. We have our heart in our brain. We have our heart chakra, and we have the coccyx, which is also a heart. It's the white heart. So, yeah,
Yeah, I was
actually,
learning about that from Jerry, but
yeah,
I
Jerry
didn't.
was one I learned that from.
And then he
We
died before I could learn more.
Yeah, he was explaining to me the 3 hearts, and it just clicked, and it completed his thought with the white heart at the
Hmm.
bottom of us, because our coccyx is heart shaped, and it's a pump for the oil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so you're supposed to achieve a near orgasm without spilling the seed, and that engages the pump, pushing the oil up. It's the
That
theory.
takes a lot of, if you're going to go that route, it would take a lot of discipline.
Lots of practice. Practice is fun.
Yeah, but in practice, you can become weak and forget your mission.
Well, that's the challenge, isn't it? Right?
That's why I said discipline.
Well, we're here to overcome the challenges, I think, right?
Yes. My husband laughed at that one, of course, like an idiot.
What? It's good.
And I mean that in a loving way. I don't mean, you know what I
I know.
He's
Hi,
a
Mike.
goofball. I mean goofball idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, Mouthy? What? He says practice makes perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Coconut oil on the skin, hair, and consume. Yeah, it's good for you. Every time I consume coconut oil, my veins start popping out. Like they're really working well, you know? That seems to clean up the veins really well. Coconut
I
oil.
don't like coconut. Does it taste like coconut?
A little bit. You can put it in a lot of stuff. It doesn't have a lot of flavor. So yeah, you can put it in a lot of stuff. You can put it on bread and you won't even taste it with some jam, or you can put it in some eggs you're making, or yeah, you
Eggs.
can use yeah, yeah, you use it as an oil instead of but that kind of burns it. But it works on salad. It works on bread. You can put it on your skin. You're going to get some in that way too, right? It's good for
Huh.
moisture as well. I put
I
some in
think
my
brownies.
yeah. Well, I don't know
That's
about the
probably
temperature of that, but it might help. Yeah, Paradox says it's mild. It's very mild tasting.
mild. Okay.
It's not like you're eating a coconut. I can guarantee you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I do need my veins to open the hell up. That's for sure.
Yeah, it would be good for that, definitely.
I'm going to go write it down right now.
Keeps my hearts. I'll stay on Fisher when hearts are gone. Just me. Cool. That's what sandwiches are for. Never toasted it. Yeah, toasted would be good with some jam or something. It's a natural anti-inflammatory, right? Right, Paradox.
Anti-inflammatory?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I used to eat coconuts. I used to love just getting a coconut and eating it, like when I was a kid. I don't like the flavor anymore, which is weird. Usually, over my lifetime, I've expanded my palate and started liking different things more. But with coconuts, no. Maybe I overdid it on them or something.
I don't know. You might have.
Yeah. Chloe puts it in skincare products and bakes with it.
She's
Coconut
also
ice.
baked with it. Thank you, Chloe.
Cool. These are great ideas. Yeah. Good ways to get it into you. I
Yeah.
bake loaf, like a nut, raisin nut loaf for work, pretty much every day. I I really should put some in there. What temperature does coconut oil burn at, Paradox? Do you know?
We could look it up.
Yeah, check that out.
I'm on my tablet. I don't dare, but I can look it up later.
Um,
I would think that the only time you'd have to be careful about its temperature is like when
un-
frying something with it. Baking it.
Unrefined coconut oil has a smoke point. The temperature at which it breaks down and starts to smoke is 350 degrees, which is about the same as vegetable shortening, which is low. So you might not want to choose this one for serious frying. Refined coconut oil with a
Exactly.
smoke point of 400 degrees, about the same as canola. Okay, so unrefined is 350, refined is about 400, but most of us are probably using unrefined. So that's pretty good because I usually bake my loaf at around 325.
Yeah.
So probably not destroying too much of it if I do it that way.
Yeah.
That's cool. It melts very fast. Yeah. Ultra low, use low heat. Yeah. Coconut ice cream, like vegan ice cream. It's delicious. Not vegan, but I do feel great eating less dairy. Nice. I like sherbet a lot. That's
No, sherbet. Oh,
yeah. I used
yeah.
to love orange sherbet. Just the fresh flavor of it. It
Mm.
washes your mouth clean. I don't know.
My favorite's lime. My second favorite it used to be orange, but because I didn't used to like the raspberry, the red. But now I like the raspberry more than the orange. It's switched. So now orange
Yeah.
is in third place.
Okay.
London
We didn't see. I thought London Man was going to come up, and I haven't seen him so far.
man, if you're here, oh, please come up.
I think he had a few things to do, but put the
Oh, he'll be
link
in when he
there.
can then.
Yeah,
I just found him, met him, talked with him. I like him.
yeah, he's awesome. I love London Man. It's great. He did a good rap video the other day too.
Yep.
He does music as well as he does crater Earth work, um, which a lot of he's used some of my research for his work because of my research into the dragons and the eggs and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got, uh, and he gave me an interesting theory on why some of these eggs might be so destroyed. Is that his theory is that they were used as nesting sites and that they came back and used it again and again. And as the creatures got smaller and smaller, they were still using the same nesting sites. I
That
like it.
that's logical.
Yeah, yeah, because creatures do often use the same nesting
They
sites.
do.
And yeah, tons of examples of that. I don't like garlic, but I force myself to eat it raw.
Don't like garlic.
Oh,
The hell
well,
you-
I like it cooked. I like it cooked, but I don't like it raw. But I eat it raw.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah.
Feel When I eat raw, they're talking about garlic in chat. So
Roasted garlic
when I
is the
eat garlic, I feel it go through my body like a cleaner, you know,
yeah
like a wave of cleaning or
yeah
cleansing.
yeah. Oh
Rose,
wait,
Rose, maybe that's the burn. Maybe it's just the burn, but you know, oh, boiled peanuts. See, I've never had good boiled peanuts. Paradox. I'd like to try that sometime. I
yeah.
only
You
have
eat
like
too much garlic, you're gonna get a wave, all right.
yeah. We have a oh they have a garlic festival. Yeah, I've heard of those. We don't have one here. Or if anyone else wants to come up, there's the link there.
Do you know how to pin it? Did you pin it?
I have to go to YouTube.
Ah, it's just easier to pin it like when you set the video up.
Yeah, how did you get the link?
You had
Oh
put it
yeah,
in there.
that's right.
I swear.
That's right.
Yeah. And I was like, well, if I'm going to join, I better join before it disappears because eventually live chat eats it and it disappears. So I'm glad they gave us that pin option.
Yeah,
It's so much easier.
I've seen it on other channels, but I didn't know how they did it. You know.
Yeah, just
Hi,
click
Sherry.
them triple dots. I told you.
You should have been
I did
here
that
earlier.
yesterday.
We were discussing that, Sherry. For a couple days, people have been feeling some aggression. I don't know if it's if you're feeling the same type of thing. Short-term bank is bust for John today. Yeah, exactly, Karen. I've been puffing pretty hard. Actually, we should up that ante a bit. I'm in a really good mood today. Where'd they go? My there you are. I do suggest microdosing for everyone. It's a wonderful thing to be doing for yourself. Uh,
Oh, microdosing. So those are shroomadoons.
I've heard the other side of it. The other side of it came from a gentleman on I can't remember what channel I was on at the moment at that time, but he's saying that all these, I think he called, are they called antigens? I don't know. But anyways, all these stimulating things are actually poisons, um, and we're harming ourselves with them. I don't know. I think it's possible, but I enjoy it too much. So,
Well, don't overdo it.
oh,
I
Scott, yeah,
mean,
exactly. Scotty boy, I felt the aggression Friday morning.
tomatoes are poisonous for crying out loud. Nightshade, anything is a poison, but I'm not going to stop eating spaghetti sauce.
Oh, Aaron Lynn's like a Mexican jumping bean. Getting some energy. Nice. Oh, another smudge? Sure. Let's do another smudge. I like that. Being like a jumping bean. I haven't felt like that in a long time. Yeah, I'd say I kind of am today. I got good energy today. Like physical energy. Does it still jump?
I feel tired, but I feel good. Or
Yeah.
maybe it's
Well,
not
I
tired.
can
Maybe it's relaxed. I
understand.
feel relaxed.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Oh, there's a comment down there. Did somebody come in? London
Oh, yeah, there's
Man.
London Man. See you, buddy.
Peace, peace, peace. How we doing?
Peace, peace.
Awesome.
Good.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm just rolling one up at the moment,
Nice.
watching the screen.
Nice. We just did a smudge, so that works. Scotty Boy says
Cool.
that works too. What?
Mm-hmm.
Smack around 2 fools a week. Don't let it build up. Oh, Scotty. Don't be
Well, if
doing that.
anybody cares, it's 4:20.
Some of those fools might slap you back. 3 minutes to 4:20 in my area.
Well,
Yeah.
according to my clock, it must be 3 minutes fast.
Okay.
And I don't understand that. I think I'm starting to get some kind of a message on why some clocks change and some clocks don't. Some slow down and they fall back a minute, 2, 3. Some jump forward. I don't know what the message is yet, but there's something rolling around in my head about it.
Yeah, I wonder if magnetic waves can change time, right? That's a possibility.
That's one thing I hadn't thought of that I now will have rolling around in there with the thought. Yeah.
These giants that lived on giant Earth, like it was supposedly bigger in the past, like did they have more magnetic waves that like their size and that may have given them longer lives, but maybe the magnetic waves had something to do with it as well.
And that would be the sun also, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it puts out magnetic waves as well.
Yeah.
It could be that we were in a more energetic area of the universe or something.
You know, like when the sun blasts us with the X classes and the M classes, does that mess with our clocks depending on who got hit with what when? I don't know. But it's in my
Yeah.
brain, rolling around, trying
Or
to
even
figure it out.
there are claims that our magnetosphere is depleting, so maybe less magnetics in areas causes a difference in time.
Yeah, because the explanations they've been giving us our whole lives about why some clocks are behind or forward, I don't buy it.
Local timelines can speed up or slow down, forward or reverse. Maybe check out
Yeah,
Philadelphia experiments on what magnetics can do. Right?
exactly. And I know about the Philadelphia experiment.
Yeah.
So thank you for bringing that back to my memory. Now it can roll around in there with this thought. Thank you.
What is
Thank you,
that?
Karen.
I've never heard of that.
The Philadelphia
Oh,
experiment.
oh,
Yeah.
you got to look into that. Oh, man, that's a whole rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
What they did is they took a whole bunch of emitters, radar, electromagnetic emitters, and they piled them on a ship, and they turned this thing on, and weird shit started happening. People started falling through the ship and like started sinking into the metal of the ship. Some people disappeared. Um, Other weird shit, lights and all kinds of funky shit was going on. It was just a whole
Oh,
world of crap. There was a smoke. There was a green light. Um, there was an aura, and like some of the stories about it after are like some sailors in the stories walked out of the back room of a bar dressed in like sailor outfits from that era, from that ship. With they all have insignia patches, you know that, and they were from the Titanic. And this was years later, and there is no entrance to the back room, and nobody saw them walk in. So there are stories like that around this Philadelphia experiment.
and it was a whole time travel thing. And that I think also is going to factor in somewhere along the way with
At
the
least,
clocks falling back in time or
yeah.
forward in time.
And
Yeah.
apparently, the ship itself went somewhere for a short period of time. It disappeared as well.
Yep.
What trying to do, apparently, what they claimed they were trying to do, was come up with a cloaking device so that they would be undetectable. But the results of what we see, well, I don't know if it supports or discredits what they claim, but the effects of it were horrific. You know, so, yeah, some sailors got stuck in the ship, metal half out of the bulkheads, and then they sat there until they died because there's nothing you can do for them.
Yeah. I mean, You'd
It
have
just
to reverse the experiment. They didn't know how to do that.
Mhm.
Oh, just horrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. Did you say they disappeared into the hull of the ship?
Yeah, like became part of it. Yes, blended
Yeah, so
with.
melted into the ship.
Yeah.
Like their
Um,
bodies was still formed, but the ship became liquid, I guess, and they sank
yeah.
through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you
And
say
then
there was?
the experiment stopped and they were still halfway through some of them.
Yeah,
So their bodies would be filled with metal in the middle.
yeah, yeah.
And they were stuck there
I
until
see what
they
you're
died.
saying. I watched.
Yeah.
I seen an experiment, right? Because you said they was using emitters. Did you say?
Yeah, various types of emitters, radars, and things like that.
So,
Yeah.
so would you say they was using sound waves and things like
Oh,
this?
I think so.
Well,
Okay.
I
even
would say,
a microwave is a sound wave at
yeah.
itself. So yeah,
Okay.
everything they put out of
That's,
there is a wave like a sound wave, as
okay,
well
because
as an electric.
I've seen how would you call it? An experiment to some degree, but it was more of an amateur experiment, but it's still an experiment, right? Because I learned something from it. And these people, right? It was they were sat in their van, right? They were sitting in their van and they started to play some music, but they turned the music up so loud, right? I think they connected a few extra bass or woofers to it, right? To make it extra loud. But once they done this, the music was so loud, the car door and the car, right, started like moving like liquid, like it was a snake. It all the atoms in it became suddenly separate and it started moving like a water. Can you imagine steel moving like a water and glass moving
Yeah.
like water?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
wow.
incredible. It was incredible.
Mm.
So it
I
made me
think I've
think,
seen that somewhere along
imagine
the
if
line.
they was using different types of stuff that we haven't even got our hands on, you know? That's
Yeah.
Yep.
interesting.
Yeah. The things I know they use are like ELFs, which they can send through the ground. They use waves through your house at home, like the wiring there. They send electric waves through Tesla Tech, through Doppler radar, through HARP. Um, that's just what we know about. What else are they doing out there that we don't know about? Because like I was commenting, we feel these different energies coming in. I wonder if it's more tech that they're adding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are they trying to like change our reality? That could be possible too. You know.
Well, and he was talking about they added like a bunch of bass to it, to this vehicle.
Yeah.
And so, what I figured out quite by accident years ago when I first found out about the ohm, and it occurred to me to try the ohm at as many different notes as I could.
Mm,
And the
Yeah.
one that works is the bassest note you can possibly hit, and hold that bitch. That shit, you better be sitting down when you do it because it'll knock you in the floor.
Yeah.
mm.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So, like the
I do
bassist,
listen to
with
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
that's going to get you.
7.83 hertz is a really good frequency to listen to. That's Earth's ohm, 7.83 hertz. Let me give you guys a sample of that. It's beautiful. Let's see if it's close to what you're talking about.
Yeah, it has to be super bass.
Pure tone. We'll go with pure tone so you can really hear it. Uh, do, do, do. Pure tone with, okay, let's see. I think that one's probably pure tone. You have to look for us on the frequencies. If you want the pure tone, just type in the frequency you want and pure tone, and it'll give you that. Otherwise, it'll give you a bunch with music behind it as well. No, this one's got music behind it. There we go. is the one I usually listen to.
It doesn't sound very bass-like.
Oh, no, that's not good. That one or this one? There we go. Got it. This has a little bit of music in the background, but it's good representation. You can hear the tone in the background. It's that whoa, pulsing at 7.83 hertz per second.
You can't hear it.
That's as
Sounds
loud
like
as I
white
can
noise.
get it.
Yeah, it's
It is
not coming
almost,
through.
really. It is almost a white noise. There's almost.
Yeah.
Try this one.
You see, when you hit the bassist bass you can hit, it really causes your brain and your head to vibrate, and that's what's going to really shatter that coating on the
Your
piano
voice,
gland.
your voice is vibrating.
Whoa, now you sound all wobbly. What?
Yeah, exactly.
Wobbly.
Exactly.
Like wah, 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 he sounded like.
Yeah. Now listen to my voice and tell me. Okay, so I'm going to do a moan for it.
Yeah, I can't hear you with that going, I guess.
Okay. Well, that's 7.83 hertz.
Now I can hear you.
Yeah, I just turned it up.
Yep, it was really messing with your audio at my end. You sounded like you were in a Peanuts or cartoon.
Yeah, yeah. It will slightly augment the human voice.
Wow.
So that's what it does. But that's very good for you. Very grounding. It has a lot of benefits for your body. Aligns you with the Earth's resonance, which is changing all over the place right now. So,
Yeah.
did any? I guess some of you in chat, you heard it. I don't know. I hope you did. Anyways, it's very healing. So.
I prefer to do it within myself because I can feel that vibration better. I mean, if you want, heck, go find the video once this one ends that he was playing the second one, and then do your own ohm on top of it and have both of them going.
Yep, that's a good idea.
Yeah, double whammy.
I have earphones in, so I guess Karen Lynn heard it. That sounds like the theta wave the brain operates as core. What's that? Understandable upset feeling of what we were doing to Mama Earth. Yeah.
Leon, salutes.
We were just talking about that in chat earlier. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we could do so much better.
Yeah.
It's 1200 hertz makes you sound like a tiny person, a robot. Okay. You're welcome, Jilly. Paul got it in the headphones and Chloe did. Okay, so you guys heard it. That's good.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a nice tone to just sit and listen to for a while. They have videos that'll play it for 8 hours for you, 8 to 10 hours.
While you sleep.
Yeah. You can
Then
use
you
the
don't
mic.
have to worry about falling over.
Yeah, like 528 is a good one to use, like when you're just going about your day, because it's energizing and repairing. So it'll give you a little boost of energy. You know, I love frequencies. Once I discovered what they could do.
Yeah.
And then you make the correlation between the frequencies that it can heal and the ones they're putting out, what they're doing to us. Like I've had an inner ear infection, but a friend of mine just sent me a document talking about a frequency that actually goes for that area of the body. So, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
You had another one recently, another one of those ear infections?
Yeah, it happens almost every winter, either ear, eye, or nose infection. That's the area
Mm,
they're hitting for.
wow.
Might be around the pineal too, right? They're probably hitting for that.
Oh, yeah. Because, that's why we're waking up.
Hmm. Yeah, they're going after that big time with the water and food and all that.
Yeah.
So,
But I still don't think, and as long as we believe in it and have faith in what I'm about to say, it is true, especially the more that believe in it. I don't think they can touch it. They're trying to, but I don't think they can, because if they could, we wouldn't be having a mass awakening.
You know
That's
what, Paula?
logic.
I
What?
kind of hear, I kind of hear what you're saying, right? I believe there might be this thing called consent might come into play, right?
Yes, if you believe that they can damage your pineal gland and you'll never get it cleared or opened, then you won't.
well, that thought would resonate as a frequency,
Exactly. That thought is a frequency. Exactly. So
maybe.
you are correct, London man. Yes.
Yeah, cool.
I
It's like the song, Can't Touch This.
Yeah,
agree.
maybe the mass awakening will be something like that, a frequency that comes along and just poof clears everybody's pineal.
Mm, that's what I pray for.
That'd be cool.
It's funny you say that, right? Because I was watching an old, how would you call it, like an old anime the other day, right?
Hmm.
And it's called The Winds of Amnesia, right? And I've been thinking about amnesia as well, 'cause that's almost like a disease itself,
Yeah.
you know. I don't think,
It's nice and tight.
that should even be in this construct because it takes away your memories. It's wiping your mind clean, this thing called amnesia. What if you need these memories to progress to your other side, you know?
Exactly.
So that's another thing to look into.
Yes. That's why they want to give us amnesia, Alzheimer's, and dementia. And even, earlier and earlier in life, people are getting these diseases. And, just keep fighting it. Exercise that mind daily.
Hmm.
Practice remembering, because remember, let's have a little fun with words without remembering. Re as in again,
Yeah.
membering as in putting it back together again, putting Humpty Dumpty back together again.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Interesting.
Definitely.
I love puzzles. That helps.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. And to be honest, I've been saying to my friends of lately, right? I'm not even worried about the party. I'm just enjoying the ride until I get there, like putting the puzzles together, finding the pieces. I find more comfort in, putting things together than worrying about whether my soul's clean, whether I'm gonna make it through the other side.
Yeah. If we would focus on the putting together instead of falling apart, we'd be much further along.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't
definitely.
focus on things falling apart. Focus on putting them back together again.
That's it.
Yeah, we need to build we need a society that wants to build. You know, that's what we need in all ways. In every way possible, we need to be able to build.
Hmm.
You know,
I
so
agree.
I think we need to set a challenge before, like humanity, like the great works they did in the past. All of the star forts, the pyramids, all of those great works. Um, but with what we know now, and with knowledge that's been kept from us, we could probably do way better. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
or we
Definitely.
might just repeat a cycle and destroy ourselves again, like Atlantis. I don't know.
No, that's not the
Either,
plan. No.
either way, it'll be interesting, I think.
Hmm.
The Learning Tower of Pisa outside of chocolate, out of chocolate. I like
No, that's cute.
that. Excellent. I'm down for that. I'm down for that.
And laughter is going to be key here. As long as we are angry and fighting, there's not laughter. And laughter heals like a medicine. So it really brings your vibration up and causes literal healing.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Healing bowls, nice. There are videos with healing bowls being played. Beautiful. I've seen one where a guy has an entire set of them and he plays them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they're all over TikTok. It's like swipe
Are they?
away, swipe away. It's too much. There's
Too
too
many of them?
many. There's too many channels like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. Like a lot of cat videos and stuff. I watch cat videos, but only the ones that people like viewers present. I like those because it limits the amount of them, and you're not swiping cat video after cat video. It's like one cat
Oh,
video every once in a while, and you get a really good chuckle out of it.
yeah.
If any of you in my chat do cat videos, please post them. I will watch them.
I
Heck
tell you what,
Or cat videos and stuff.
I tell you what, my favorite cat video, the cat and the cucumbers. That's pretty funny.
Oh God, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Oh God.
I've seen funnier ones. I don't think the ones where they're torturing their cats are funny. I like the ones where you can see the cat's personality, like giving a cat one treat per se, when you usually give them three or four, and they just look at you. They're not even going to eat that one. They just look at you like, and where's the rest?
Where's the good stuff?
Yeah.
That shit's
Hold back.
hilarious right there. And some cats will straight smack you. The hell you
Yeah.
thinking?
Yeah, I've seen cats get back at people. Like
Yeah.
sometimes they take out their little hoo-has on people. So I don't think the cucumber's that cruel.
Oh no, definitely not.
I think it's
You know,
hilarious, but yeah.
it's more of the cat's reaction, the way how it jumps and
Oh
runs
yeah.
away. Yeah.
Straight up in the air.
It's
Yeah.
like those fainting goats, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
that's a little more cruel, I think, but it's still funny. They roll over their legs up in the air.
Yeah, I love cats. I used to have a cat, but I no longer have one.
Is
Yeah.
it a sad reason why you no longer have one?
No, not really. It's
Oh,
more of
okay.
a joyful reason. I had a baby boy, so I had to make a decision. The cat or the baby
Ah,
boy.
Cool.
yeah, I've always had cats most of my life. They really are good for your blood pressure.
Hmm.
Yeah, their purr is frequency again, around 20 to 24 hertz, which is stimulating on the third eye.
And they're purrs, yeah, and then they make you laugh when they do the crazy stuff like jump
Yep,
up in the air and do flip flops and chase each other through the house, and
yep, that's
it's
zero
hilarious.
energy. Yeah, ours do that when we give them oxygen. We let them out on the balcony, and Max gets the cool air and goes nuts for a while.
Oh yeah, that fresh air makes them feel good.
Nervous cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Oh,
Oh God. Oh. And
yeah,
I like the Sad Cat Diaries. If you have never seen or heard the Sad Cat Diaries, you need to hunt down the Sad
right.
Cat Diaries.
Yep,
It's hilarious.
yeah. There's a Sad Puppy Diaries too, I think, as well.
Yeah, they came after.
If you
Sad Cat Diaries is the original.
get the right one, it's in somebody's emulating Morgan Freeman's voice, so it's pretty funny.
Oh,
Yep, purrs are very therapeutic. Absolutely.
yes.
Yeah, definitely. I remember when I had a fight with one of my brothers, and I went home and I was very upset. And all of a sudden, my cat just came over to me, started sitting on my lap, purring, and the anger went away. It's like it knew I was angry. Very settling.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. And I got one of my cats is an emotional support kitty by choice. I could be happy and she'll run to me. I could be crying and she'll run to me. I could be singing and she'll run to me. And she's just like always there, no matter what my emotion is. She's a little
Hey,
sweetheart.
I tell you another funny one. Has any of you guys seen that guy, right? He sings like a an opera guy, and his cat's always biting him and scratching his face.
No, I haven't seen that one.
It's hilarious. It's the
Oh,
cat's literally sinking his claws and teeth into this guy's face, and then the only way to get the cat to stop, he's got to sing loud in a like a Pavarotti voice, and the cat immediately
Oh,
gets
you're
hypnotized.
not doing it right. That's
oh, he's not doing it right, so the cat's punishing him. Yeah. Now there's another one out there, you guys. I don't know how you find it, but it's a young girl, and she's practicing singing for the opera. And so she's sitting in front of the camera and she starts to sing, and her cat jumps up there and takes over singing. It's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. They got
No.
quite the personality to them, I tell you.
Yes, they do. They're all very unique.
Yep. I love God's infinite diversity, eh?
You know what's funny about it, right? Whenever I look at I know it might sound weird, right? But when I look at dogs and cats, right, sometimes I look at dogs with the personality of men and women with the personality of cats. Like the way they just walk off and strop their tail in the air and then sit down and start licking themselves. They look at me, look at me. But dogs, we just like guys, innit? We just run around, act stupid. Look at me, boss. Look at me. Throw the stick. Throw the stick. While women on the other, you know.
I have thought of it that way. Yes, yes.
Uh, it's
I love
quite funny
dogs
when you.
after they've had a poop. They jump around and run around like crazy.
They
That's
feel
hilarious.
lighter now.
I lost a couple pounds. Woo!
Yeah.
Great. You know, how long have they been holding it for? You never know, right? So,
Right. Especially being gone at work all day. They're super excited.
oh boy, I get to poop.
Mhm.
That's great life. Imagine being so excited just about going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
We can all
Yeah.
learn something from the dogs.
Yeah. From the animals in general.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's like they lied on the friggin' groundhog, lied and said 6 more weeks of winter. Fuck you. It's been spring since February 1st. How do I know? Well, because the sun's been shining or it's been raining instead of snowing. But February 1st, I had a robin on my deck,
Yeah.
and then all the cats are out there, Twitter pated and in heat. So I'm thinking they lied on the groundhog.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I don't
yeah.
trust people as much as I trust wildlife.
Cats in heat. I don't like them much. Oh man.
Oh God, it's so annoying.
Man. Like I used to live at a house. They had 10 cats at one time, and they didn't spay or neuter any of them. So there was lots of kittens, and every spring it would be just a constant for days.
Oh,
There was a row going on. You know, just
oh,
a
yeah,
constant siren of about 10 cats just wow going off like sirens.
yeah. I got one cat I call Siren out there. She's such a loudmouth.
Where is this cat island? Have any of you not seen this cat island before?
No.
I seen the Bunny Island. There's a cat island?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen it a few times, but I forgot where it is.
Huh. Isn't Easter Island, Mike? Isn't Easter Island? What Bunny is Bunny Island? Right? Easter Island, Bunny Island?
Yeah, I
No,
think
it's in the area. Something, yeah.
Oh, are you trying to tie Easter Island and Bunny Island together? That's interesting.
I think so. Mike shook his head no, but he's in the middle of a game and might not be functioning properly.
All they're all Mao cats, mostly. They have the M on the front, even the ones that are just orange and red, at least in this image.
Yeah, my princess, she's got the M on her forehead.
Cat Island, Bahamas.
Yeah, there it is, Bahamas.
Has anybody heard from Alex?
Who's
Not
Alex?
recently, no. Alex the Ganja.
Yeah, the Ganja King.
That's it. Oh, neat.
Mm.
Does it look like the island? You could almost morph a cat's arms and legs, like haunches, into that, and legs. You could almost see
Yeah.
that. I
Wow.
wonder if it was
Yeah.
a giant cat. Hey, there's even his ear sticking up right there.
Mm-hmm.
Let me open that image up in a,
Yeah.
or maybe I can find it on Google Earth. Hold on.
What's his full YouTube channel name? Alex. It's been so long since I've heard from him, and there's been so many hurricanes. I'm worried about him.
Cat Island.
I ain't seen him nowhere. Hey, look there.
Huh. It's not the same. Is that it?
It's two. I see it.
Where?
It's right there. Zoom back out. If you're looking for the cat island, it's right there
This.
with the two red
Yeah.
dots. Yeah.
I have my magnifier on. That's why.
Yeah, I can see it.
Cat Island. Okay. Yeah. So that that does almost look like a cat's head right there,
It does.
with the two ears and the nose. Oh, it's hilarious. Let's see if we can find an eyeball.
Mm.
Oh, there's a couple things. There's a hole. Gotta look for those
It'd be a
holes.
mountain type or something if it's an eyeball sometimes.
Yeah, it could be a mountain as well. This looks like a hole here. I like finding holes. And there's
Top
a
left, there's a mountain. What's that top to the top left a minute?
right there.
Yeah, that one there. What's
That
that there?
hole. You saw that hole there, yeah.
Looks like an eyeball, eh?
What looks
Got an
like it.
iris almost.
Mm.
Okay, that's neat. Let's go look at the bottom end and see if we can find any biology colors in there. Or the back end. It's on the back end as far as we
Short
figure.
stubby tail. I'm thinking more like
Yeah,
Same
yeah, it
tree.
looks like it. Or it goes up and around maybe. There's
oh
this
yeah.
there's this land here. Maybe he did have a long tail. Let's see. Oh, there's some colors here maybe. Oh yeah. Black, green, and some red. Those are the colors of biology that we're looking for an intestinal
that's
system,
neat.
urinary tract, and all that kind of stuff. Yep. I don't know if it's a cat for sure, but it's got good markers to be a creature on its own.
Yeah. It's got all the colors.
Let's look at the front paws if we can find something
Yeah,
there.
pause.
Yeah, it looks like bone structure almost,
Bone
right?
structure.
Cats
Yeah.
have a intricate bone structure where their palm is actually part of their leg.
Yeah.
Kind of matches right there. That's cool. Huh. So that could be a cat.
Wow.
wonder if somebody in the past just took a cat and said, you know what, we're calling this cat, or put a cat there. I don't know. That is neat. That could be a pussy cat. That's amazing. Yeah, but all the markers are in the right places for it to be an individual creature on its own, something like a face and something like a rear end.
That's what I was going to say, rear end. Yep.
That's cool. Awesome. Thanks for that, London man. Cat Island.
No problem.
Yeah, Cat's Flat Island. I feel like a old crabby lion. Okay. I'm going to have to go back to Zoom.
Danny says lioness, and
Like I said, there's a few islands that I've come across that I'm going to be going over maps and islands in one of my up and coming documentaries. But
well, I
feel
got the
free.
bell clicked, so I ought to get notified.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yes.
Mm.
Nice.
I got something playing in the background I can't find at the moment.
Oh, well, it might be Google Earth has some kind of an ad playing or something. I don't hear it.
Okay, I'll just shut down some stuff then.
Did it go away?
Not yet.
I'm gonna jump down in 5 minutes. It's my mate's anniversary, so I'm gonna go and spend some time with him and his
All right.
missus.
Yes, yes. Gotta spend time with the people in your life.
Yeah.
I don't know where that's coming from. I've shut
Well, can you hear
everything
music?
down except for StreamYard. Oh, hold on.
It's
There
probably
it is.
an advertisement that you clicked on that you didn't
I
notice
found
on
it. Yep,
the
it was a
YouTube.
tab down at the bottom.
Yeah. I done
There
that
we go.
earlier.
Got it.
Oh, and see, I gotta make a point while that's happening. And they want me to stick a Neuralink in my friggin' head and turn around and have ads running constantly? I don't think so.
Yeah. Cat's Flat Island.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, that's it. That's what it's going to be. Ad, just like in Black Mirror. Ad, bite me. Yes, where
On
you
which,
can put all your ads.
which platform is that going to be? Or
No, Black Mirror. It's on like Netflix or something. It's
okay.
a series.
Oh, okay. I'll never see it. So
Very creepy series.
Yeah,
I
I
checked
heard
it
about
out.
that, and I've seen bits and bobs from it actually, little bits, little parts. But
Mhm.
some of the parts that I've seen. Now this goes back to what I was saying. I think yesterday, even with it's easier to cross-reference with reality and movies now because some of the stuff that I've seen in that is a part of our reality now as we speak.
Exactly.
cool.
They make you, the way they want to have it, they want to make you ride your bike with your cycle, your exercise cycle. And they make you watch TV shows while you're exercising. And in one of them, and it was the one that made me stop watching it, was he tried to stop watching what they were forcing him to watch, and they punished him for it until he went back and started watching it. And what they were forcing him to watch was porn.
Wow,
They do a lot of
that's
people believe
crazy.
in predictive programming where they show you what they're going to do in these shows and movies and stuff. And the idea apparently is that when it actually happens, you've already seen it, so you're not as outraged and you won't make as much noise about it.
Preconditioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another word too. Might even just be conditioned. Yeah.
Well, it's a preconditioning, yeah, so that
Yeah.
it does happen. You're not having the same reaction as you would if it just blatantly happened and you hadn't been predicted or programmed to see it, or
Yeah.
to already have the emotional response.
Yeah. The things they do in porn is a complete and total misuse of the human body and sex. It's corrupted.
Yeah. Kingston Zodiac. Cool.
And a little trivia. Did you know that if you watch too much porn, that eventually your little dangly will stop working altogether?
No, I hadn't heard that.
Well, there you go. Look it up. I forget what it's called, but yeah.
Well, I've never heard that, and I've done a lot of research into Kundalini sex, so no, I
Well,
haven't.
Kundalini would be not using it incorrectly. But if you're using it incorrectly, eventually it makes it stop working.
Well, I used to know a guy who owned a video store, and he said that there was this 92-year-old man that came in every day and rented a different porn, and he would go home and I guess rub one out. So I don't know if that's true or not, because that would indicate no. But he could be totally useless in that area and just watch it. I don't know, but I would
Right.
think.
We don't know what the circumstances
Yeah.
are. Um,
But that indicated to me that at 92 he was still rubbing one out. Otherwise, why bother spending the money? I don't know.
I don't know. We don't know what his motives were. Yeah.
Just the other side of the coin, possibly for you. That's all. So the Kingston Zodiac. I was checking out that.
I don't think I've heard of.
There was an old zodiac that I've seen that contained it had um, the mammoth. It had the woolly mammoth as one of the signs. It was on a
Oh,
cave drawing. Oh, the Kingston Zodiac. Cool. This is interesting.
you're going to share
Oh,
screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Let's see. I keep bumping into something and things happen to my screen. So, let's see. There it is. Cool. So it's written in the landscape. Let's see. Yeah, that's sharing. Cool. For some reason, I hit a button and now it's on a separate tab. So, okay, let's see. The Kingston Zodiac by Mary Kane reveals a landscape zodiac around Kingston upon the Thames in Surrey, outlined in the roads, paths, and rivers surrounding the small town. Mary Kane was spurly into study of Kingston surroundings by a friend's comment that many of her local pubs had zodiacal names, such as Ram, the Bull. Drawing a circle around Kingston, approximately 12 miles, 15 kilometers in diameter, she studied her maps and developed into legends. Images started to reveal themselves to her. Cool. She first identified the lion, then a pair of twins, and gradually the others followed. In all, she discovered 13 images, 12 signs of the zodiac, and an additional image of a huge hound whose purpose was, she said, was to guard the circle. Cool. Um, so,
Hound. So maybe Canis Major?
yeah, maybe it was done back in that time.
Yeah.
And, yeah, because a lot of people believe that the pyramids were built in the time of Leo because of the lion representation in the architecture. Cool. So where is this again? Kingston Zodiac. Kingston upon the Thames in Surrey. Let's see if I can find that on maps. Hold on. Let me share this. It says British Columbia, so I'll have to. United Kingdom, yeah, that's the one. Okay. So it's there. I don't know why it's showing me a plane route from there, but that's London. Uh-oh. Stop
Probably
that.
showing a plane route because if you're looking on Google Earth, maybe there's a plane there right now.
Okay, it's right here apparently.
Oh, here we go. Yay.
Let me get rid of that. Okay. I'm gonna have to flip back myself just to check and see the map.
Right.
I can't see enough detail at the moment.
Mhm.
Trying to. It's a very small map from what I'm seeing. Let's see if I can blow it up and get a name of some of these roads or areas. No, it's way too small. Okay, I see the dogs, pigs, goose. It looks like a crab. Yeah, I see it. I can see where that. Let's see. Go back here. Any other major landmarks? Rivers. Can't see any rivers on this, unfortunately. Um, let's back out a bit. Stop that. Okay, there was what looked like a dove in the middle of it, pretty much. A lake that was shaped like a dove. Let's see if we can find that. Oh, that's going to be tough. That'll take some work. Um,
Yeah, I can't even see that good enough to say I see
no,
squat.
I'll have to go through that entire document and get clues from that to really see what's there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that zodiac looked really cool, and you could see all the animals and all that uh, in the landscape. I like that. You have to do a little more research into that.
Yeah.
Very cool. Let's see. Come back here. Okay. Let's see. So, what does it say? First was the lion. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to look this up a little more. That's really cool. Thank
Are
you for
those
that.
links? Are those links like links to the actual pictures of the constellations?
Let's see. Oh, maybe. Oh,
We're writing a new story right now. We have to.
Yeah, we don't
Because
need
the
the
evidence
audio,
no
just
longer.
mute it. That way
there
you
we
don't
go.
get hit with
Cool.
copyright. Yay, me.
Leo, 5 miles across. Cool. Yay.
Yay.
Bourne Hall. Okay. They do. They give you some great markers here.
Nice.
I'm going to put them.
It was home to exiled French royals
Meh,
and to the young Victoria,
we're learning.
and to aptly named
This is a
Leopold,
class.
later
So free use
Belgium's
should
king.
apply. Fair
In
use.
fact, 3 Leopolds lived here in succession. Much of
I'm
Leo
very
is
interested in his
ploughland,
theory.
for kings from nearby palaces hunted here. Racing is also the sport of kings, and Charles II made Epsom on his hind foot famous. Lions still roar Chessington Road of Adventures, and nowhere else on the Zodiac. On the Leatherhead Road, whose quaint name was once Leo Dryden, this great Kids Out Day reminds us that Leo's house is concerned with leisure, pleasure, and children. Here is a whole zodiac of animals.
Get myself out, shoes off.
What?
Is it accident merely that Enid Blyton, who has delighted so many children, lived here at Hook and used this countryside for her adventure stories? Chessington's old manor, called Burnt Stubbs, was burnt in the Civil War. And Leo, significantly, is a fire sign. The coat of arms of its family was a lion, so stone lions are
That'd be a
everywhere.
cool list of stuff to go through.
Surbiton's coat of arms has a lion too. St. Mark's Church there is well named, for St. Mark's sign is also a lion. Charming old Thames Ditton, Leo's head, remembers him by Leo House and Lion House, and also by the Red Lion Inn.
Wow.
Opposite the ancient church lived Lord St. Leonard's, suitably enough, once Lord Chancellor of England. He lived at Boyle Farm and named at least 3 St. Leonard's roads in the district on this figure. On his main is Love Lane. Leo is the Lord of Love. The Lovelace family lived here too, naming local roads. Was the Surrey leopard, often seen in these woods, Leo's ghost? Long may London's lovers entwine in Oxshott woods. His summer power is strong. Surbiton's Maypole Inn remembers rustic rave-ups here. Leo should be tethered at hooks, or he can destroy. Chessington
Very
Church's
cool.
old Annunciation marble anticipates our next sign, Virgo.
Very cool.
Well,
Are
but
you sick of having issues
Maypole,
with your webinars? Wasting tons.
May is Taurus, not Leo. So I'm a little confused why the Maypole was discussed during the Lion or Leo video instead of maybe the Bull one. May, Taurus,
Oh well.
Maypole.
Yeah. Well. Maybe
That's
they made a few
intriguing.
mistakes.
Yeah. That's intriguing. So that link is in live chat?
Henry VIII,
Yep.
famous
Okay.
for beheading
Here's a link to the
queens,
one that's
and he
playing right
preserved her
now.
head for us in Nonsuch Park. Her profile is a wide watercourse, her nose a triangular copse, her ear convoluted rhododendron beds in a sunken dip. Her eye still
I'm
sparkles
tripping
where
with
it
no
should.
luggage.
Sagittarius, too, has a pond eye. Diana's ditch nearby remembers her as the huntress. How could splendid
Cancer?
Nonsuch Palace last? For Henry destroyed Cuddington village to build it over them, with stones from
I'm a
Candy
Cancer too, for what it's worth.
Cool.
Many queens were here, and Charles II's many loves, for Virgo is queen of the zodiac, with many place names to prove it. At Epsom, Ebersham, and Ewell, Eve's Well, she is Eve. Cuddington and
What did London
Chadacre
Man
Road
say?
recall British Ked, or Ceridwen. She's the banshee of Bandon Hill and
I
Bendy.
was saying that I'm also a Cancer.
Yeah.
At Carshalton,
Sidereal
who is she with
astrology,
the
I'm
old witch
Cancer. Western, I'm Leo.
Sutton's Robin Hood Lane and Sherwood Park hint at Maid Marian.
Okay.
The foundations of none such banqueting hall are still by Ewell Bypass. Queen Elizabeth was here.
Hmm.
She often rode down Vircho's back.
Oh, sorry.
Older than that.
Was I not sharing that?
However, all virgin queens are one, and that
Yeah,
was
sharing.
how Virgin
Okay.
I can see it.
At Carshalton,
Okay. I
they
wanted to go
still
back and
celebrate Anne
pause that
Boleyn, her mother, with a
on
statue and a
There we go.
bell.
It's back.
image.
And the
There we go. That's a good image. She's holding a vessel. That's really cool.
Vircho's back, and the park keeper told us that her horse
I wonder if there are
had flown in
geoglyphs or
Carshalton Park
even
and started the River Wand.
if they,
But surely
the giants
it's a
of the
little older
past could
than
have
that.
found animals and people and positioned them
However,
in those
all
ways, or
virgin queens are
all
one,
kinds
and
of things. It
doubtless
could
our
be
Virgo
that
shines
ancient
through
man
this
made them to
legend.
represent
At
like piled them
Carshalton,
up or something.
they still celebrate
But I
Anne
really
Boleyn,
want to
her
kind of
mother,
take a look at it
with a statue and
to
a
see
well.
if it's like actual animals
Anne
or
was thought to be a
geoglyphs that do like
witch
the
for
serpent mounds that were
bewitching
built,
Henry VIII.
Yeah.
or what they
Showed
are.
here that she bathed her feet in Carshalton ponds,
Yeah,
near
well,
Virgo's feet.
I've actually come across two
Experts now doubt
gigantic
she was
heads.
ever here. The name Boleyn, resembling that
Quite
of the
interesting
local
actually.
family
Oh,
Very
awesome!
Boleyn.
Yeah,
So is Anne Boleyn
there's a
another
guy
Virgoan
who has
family?
the
Anne in
Egyptian
myth is
gods
often the mother of the
in
Virgin.
in the landscape with all their various headdresses
The
that I had
Cornish
on a few weeks
Carews,
ago.
whose name remembers Mother
But he didn't
Carey,
come on and
built
present
their
it, so I was waiting for.
magnificent
I
Surrey seat.
deleted that
Headington.
video. I wanted him to come on and
Did they know
present
the
it
secret?
himself.
The Carey River draws Somerset's Virgo. The Carews have gone, but under caring Virgo, it is now a special school.
Cool.
The one
Yeah,
draws the hem of
once
its
I get my
curves with
stuff
Beddington
structured,
Park,
I'll
and the
probably
Grey
even come
Lady
on and share it with
still
you guys.
walks its mists.
Awesome. Yeah.
Cool.
Sir
Cool,
Walter
cool.
Raleigh
Let's go
that it
forward a bit.
remembers Saxon kings who died here fighting the Danes.
Oh, gonna have to suffer through this for a second.
Dang it.
As in the Glastonbury zodiac, a bird
That's
replaces
cool.
the usual scales at Libra. The Thames dictates its spread wings, and with its body drawn at right angles to them by the London Road.
These are
crossing
short
the bridge,
videos. They're only
it
5
resembles
minutes,
the
3 to 5
scales.
minutes each. So
Even before the bridge,
we'll
there was a
watch a bit
shallow
of each
ford
one.
here, as Kingston's Saxon name Moorford shows.
I
The
took a
scales of
snapshot of that
justice are
bird,
here
by the
too.
way.
Yeah.
The Libra
That's
attracted
cool.
Surrey's county court here from Guildford, where it should be, and built it nobly. Strange how the dove confronts it across the road. Kingston Church's only effigy is of an eminent lawyer, Sir Anthony Benn. Libra is a communicative sign and loves debate, so it's interesting that Hansard, Parliament's recorder, is also buried in Kingston.
nice.
Libra's air sign befits a bird. It also attracted Hawker's well-named aircraft industry here, which grew vastly into British aerospace. But which bird is it? As Hawks Road on its body suggests, an eagle, as in Eden Street, and vanished Eagle Wharf. Crane Wharf and Crane Inn have now gone, but Crane's Park remains. Or is it a raven flying from Noah's Ark on Raven's 8? An old map calls this boat-shaped island Raven's Arse 8. Perhaps that was Noah's last view of his bird as it took off. There were 3 pigeon inns off both wingtips, though one has now gone. This bird, flying from the head of Sagittarius, the dying sun of December, is his spirit, the word or logos, sign of old by a dove.
Cool.
It's a sun ray enlightening the world and seeding Mother Earth with life.
My friend used to go to school there,
Libra
Kingston.
is the sign of
It's
the
nice.
artist, communicator, teacher, inspirer. Many newspapers are produced here. A famous art school, 2 splendid art collections, a lively museum and art gallery, and now even a university, seem inevitable under Libra's ray. Even those notorious telephone boxes seem to stand for the principle of communication. It all began here in this Chantry Chapel, Kingston's oldest building, now flanked by 2 top-league grammar schools. Perhaps the priests taught Richard II, for his mother, the fair maid of Kent, owned Tolworth Court near Virgo's Wheatsheaf, and sent her son to school in Kingston. Glastonbury's St Dunstan crowned Alfred the Educator's son and his descendants on this ancient stone, which was
Oh,
once
wow.
in the Saxon church. Did Dunstan know the secret? He was an alchemist, and he came from the Glastonbury zodiac to crown them on another. Why were these coronations not at Winchester, the Saxon capital? These kings all connect with Glastonbury. Its Edmund Hill remembers the deed doer, while Edgar had a palace there.
Excuse me.
Libra's sign is small, but its influence has been great. The Saxon dynasty, like Libra, was popular and fair. Their parliament,
So
the
interesting.
wisdom of wise men, seeded our democracy, remaining in race memory despite the autocratic Norman conquest. Kingston's oldest legend reads like sun myth and hints at the zodiac, which is the path of the sun. King Kenwal was lured from Kingston to Merton by a maiden in 755, long before Alfred, but killed there by a jealous cousin and rival, Kynard. Merton lies between alluring Virgo and Scorpio's death sign. The men of Kingston, incensed, marched to Merton and cut off Kynard's head, kicking it all the way back to Kingston. Each Hocktide, they reenacted this with a wild football game in Kingston Market. Other old Kingston customs, the King game and the Maypole Robin Hood game, also hint at sun myth. Maypole is a sun and season symbol, its ribbons interweaving planetary influences.
So I think, Paul, the maypole is
The
one of their
museum has a
central
Roman
symbols.
altar to the goddess of fortune.
For all
found in
12
Eaton
or
Street.
13
It says
constellations,
zodiac,
I think.
not
Yeah,
Fortune's
yeah.
wheel.
That's why they mention it in each sign, I guess.
Scorpio, ruled by Mars and Pluto, is the zodiac sign of death and transformation.
These are very interesting.
Pluto exposes the past so that we may die to it.
Yes,
And be
they
renewed.
do. They are
No
very
wonder Wandsworth Prison is here.
The
interesting.
hounds of
Much of
hell, yeah.
Scorpio has a depressed air, as though it
My
couldn't
mother
cope
was a
with the depth of the
scorpion. She was mean.
Many Saxon and
Hot
Danish
springs all
graves
over
with their
Aragon.
weapons were found at mournful Ravensbury. Tooting Graveney and Morden are death names here too,
And my
while
wife's a
Cannon Hill
Scorpio.
and Roman Stain Street nearby lay down martial law.
I'm
It was
sure
on this-
not all are mean, but mine was. My mom was mean.
There are more cemeteries on this sign than in any
And my
other.
dad was a Scorpio,
Car
too.
cemeteries abound too,
Hey,
for
Jargo.
Mars metal is iron. Each scorpionic claw has a huge burial mound. This one in Morden Park, and another on Wimbledon Common near the windmill, said to belong to Gwythyr, Caradoc's brother, killed fighting invading Romans. Caesar's camp and well here remember these battles. Those Caradoc and Gwythyr fought in Claudius' invasion 90 years later. The word Caesar, however, seems right.
I'm going to get to
on this
Cancer
claw.
for you Cancers.
When the sun declined in Scorpio, Osiris, killed by his envious brother Set, was floated down the Nile, mourned by the triple goddess Isis. Is the Oxford and Cambridge boat race, rowed now from Putney near Scorpio's Sting, a memory of this? It was first rowed on Oxford's Isis. So Arthur, killed by his death-named son Mordred, floated down the river Brue to Avalon, mourned by 3 weeping queens. Two churches opposed each other on either bank, where he entered the Glastonbury zodiac through Scorpio. So here, Putney and Fulham churches flank the Thames. Two giant sisters built these Thames churches, so legend tells, with but one hammer between them, throwing it over the Thames to alternate shouts of "put nigh" and "full home." When it broke, a hammersmith mended it for them. Does Hurlingham remember these Hurling sisters? Were they Kingston zodiac giants? And were these old stones at Fulham Palace once part of a stone circle? A Norman arch re-erected in Merton churchyard is all we have of Merton Priory, which was once as big as Southwark Cathedral, though some pathetic foundations can still be seen under Sainsbury's supermarket, a true temple to Mammon on this once sacred site. Monks once fished in the Wandle, whose scorpionic energy turned many water wheels. Here William Morris's tapestry works became Liberty's mill. Scorpios are noted for their courage in the face of danger. Nelson's and Lady Hamilton's mansion and estate once stood by this river at Merton. All built over now, its site is only signed by the Nelson Arms. Our greatest admiral was drawn to live on this water sign. Their love affair was typical of passionate Scorpio. His arms, at least, are in Merton Church, but his mounting stone outside seems an inadequate local memorial. Scorpio's Mars and revolutionary Pluto are not good at preservation. Most of Scorpio's rich
Yeah, I like
past
Paul
here
Cook.
is buried underground with Pluto. No wonder John Innes flourished on this sign, making his famous compost here. A school now reaps the benefit of
He's
his
got great
splendid
work,
house.
Paul
A lot
Cook.
of
That's
An
my
ardent
boy, Paul Cook.
Freemason
Good
who
work.
founded
Yeah.
Merton's Lodge,
There's a lot of
he was
Scorpios out there.
irresistibly drawn to secretive Scorpio.
Y'all see the column at that arch? Oh, I
The results strongly support that these beings are not closely related to any known organism.
Let me go
That
back
was
to
ET.
Cancer.
Did you get to, I don't think you did Cancer yet, did you?
No, I'm going to go back to it. So yeah, I have to. I started on Leo, I think. Oh, it starts
Yes.
on Leo.
It starts
Okay,
on
so we
Leo.
were in Scorpio,
So
Sagittarius.
Cancer should have been there before Leo, so maybe Cancer's at the bottom.
Gemini. I don't see it.
Well, why wouldn't there be one there? Did they
Aries,
forget one?
Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. Oh, okay.
No, there we go.
Spectacular loops of the Mole and Ember rivers form the
What's
Gemini.
that, London?
I'm about to jump off. I just want to say my buys.
All right.
Oh,
For sure. Thanks for coming. Much appreciated.
yes, thank you, thank you. And don't forget to come back and see what they say about this part.
Oh, let me stay for this part then. I'm going to stay for this part.
Oh, okay, he's gonna stay for this part and then poof. Okay, nice seeing you again.
The Northern
Likewise.
Twin is trying to pull his reluctant brother into his boat to save him.
Cool.
Note Crutchfield Lane on his crutch at Walton. Island Barn Reservoir now largely covers the head of this Northern Twin, so his eye, once a pond, has gone. The twins in myth, like Cain and Abel or Castor and Pollux, represent man's dual nature, opposed yet bound together, mortal, immortal, conscious and subconscious. Pollux, here the divine twin of Summer Road, rescues his dark brother of Winter Down and Black Hills. Is this ill-tempered twin also grumpy Wayland Smith, as Wayland's farm suggests? Their hands join on the mole at Bishop Waynfleet's Tudor Tower. Shakespeare called it Asher House, consigning Cardinal Wolsey there after his fall from power. is Asher, Isha, nearby. There is a mystery here, for Bishop Asser, Alfred's biographer, built Walton Church way back in the 800s on the first twins' crutch. Ashley Park and Bishop's Hill, on which the church is built, remember him. William Lilly, the famous astrologer who predicted the Great Fire of London, lived here. His friend Elias Ashmole of Oxford's Ashmolean gave this stone. Did Asser, a learned Welsh monk from St. David's, know of this zodiac and its divine twin that bore his own name? It's strange, to say the least, that the name of the Eastern sun god covers this effigy from Ashley to Isha. But here is a double image, at first a boy, then a messianic god-man. His bearded head perfectly drawn by the mole, sunk on his chest. His arms raised as though bearing the world on his shoulder like Atlas, or the sins of the world like Christ. It is remarkably similar to the northern twins' double image in the Glastonbury zodiac. Surely a most extraordinary coincidence. Here, it seems, is the young son of the sun, at once the son of God and man, of so many myths and religions. Evolution's final aim. Is this why Alfred's Welsh biographer took the Asian sun god's name? Alas, only older maps show his delicately drawn features today, for the mole was straightened here in 1970 to prevent flooding, and a new reservoir built on his body. This figure is fading fast from modern maps. We can view his figure from his upraised arm at Sandown Park. The first twins club in England was founded at Walton. Apparently multiple births in the district were double the national average.
Wow.
The second twin is still easily seen in all his desperation, representing ourselves in our present state. His head and arms drawn by the mole at West End Common. The Cancerian lifeboat he refuses is a mere canoe compared with the Glastonbury ship, but at least it is afloat on the Thames. It must stand for Cancer's water sign, as neither star temple has a crab, and Cancer, carrying the young son of the sun, is the zodiac's maternal sign. It is ruled by the moon, and ships are ruled by lunar tides. Here is at once the moon, womb, and tomb boat of nature that cradles mankind and receives him at death. With this sign, we complete this mysterious circle. The Cancerian boat carries intuitive wisdom through the seas of time, for it is not chance, but intuition that has preserved astrological teachings from man's earliest thought to the present day. The stars of the zodiac, constellations, fit their effigies on the ground, when the planisphere is reversed to scale, as they do on the Glastonbury zodiac, reflecting the heavens on earth. The twin sons of the sun god and Mother Earth complete the old family trinity of many myths and religions,
Nice, Paul.
being the circle's only human figures. Its message engraved in the stars and in the earth itself can tell us who we are and why, and promises, if we follow the sun pattern given, an ultimate destiny among the stars.
Well, that was beautiful and inspiring.
Yes, it was. And I have to add, somebody put on screen about the beehive cluster in Cancer, in the Cancer constellation. But the beehive cluster was originally called the manger. So the beehive cluster is the manger.
Wow.
Yes.
So here's a link. I'll put it in
That's
chat
deep.
again. That's for the,
That's deep. You're
the home
the
page.
birth sign that has the manger in it, dude.
Yeah, the boat too, eh?
And
I like the part where she mentioned about the reference into the stars. Is literally I think it was something along the lines of the stars are on the floor,
Right?
and that's something like I said today over on Z's channel. Somebody said, why when we go higher to the sky the stars disappear, and I said it's because the stars are probably not up there, they're actually on the floor. mirrored realm, you know, my
Interesting.
opinion.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Wouldn't it?
Hey, jolly man.
That'll take some pondering. Huh.
Yeah, like a reflection. Yeah,
Yeah.
on a mirror. So there's no, you wouldn't see it in the in between.
Because of the whole as above, so below thing. Yeah.
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 And this mirroring landscape thing is like the as above, so below too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I think you're onto something there, London man.
Yeah. That was a cool zodiacal inspection. Yeah, it is. It's really neat. I'm gonna look that up in the landscape because I'm still curious as to whether, like, in the grossest physical sense, some giant creature dragged creatures of the zodiac over to this spot and laid them out as a lesson. Because we have the Atlanteans that used to do things like that, making people into landscape and rock art for their gardens and stuff. It could be an Atlantean garden, you know, with the zodiac laid out on it, or if it's like geoglyphs in the roadways, or even mounds, like they might have done mounds or something. So it'd be interesting to look at.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Anyway, good people, I'm out. Jollyman, good to see you. I'm out.
Well,
Take care, people. And
all
we'll
right.
link up very soon.
Thank you very much.
Love, love, love. I just said love, 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 and then 3 messages came through on my other tablet in the exact same way that I said it.
Oh
What?
wow!
What the hell?
Looks like you're receiving some love.
I think
Was
so.
there any signs we missed that people are out there, of people that are out there? Because I don't want to have anyone left out there.
I
There's
don't
only a
know.
few left. We did Sagittarius, right?
Yep, you did Sagittarius, then you went down
So-
to the bottom, so the next one after that.
Yeah, so we'll do Capricorn.
Voltaren targets pain at the source.
Okay, thank you. Oh, a great substitute if you're taking aspirin is white willow extract. It's the basis of aspirin.
Character contrasts
Okay.
as we cross New Bridge from Sagittarius to Brentford's busy workaday Capricorn. This wintry sign is subject to delays and obstructions, as motorists here well know. But they're not the first to be frustrated.
Are you out,
The
Danny?
pillar in the High Street tells us how at this
If you are,
ancient
see you later.
ford, even victors had to pause.
Cheers and thanks
Cassivellaunus
for coming.
blocked Caesar's advance. Edmund Ironside delayed Canute, and Prince Rupert even defeated the Roundheads. Goat Wharf here is a notable clue among many once busy wharves on this Thames reach, and the Grand Union Canal still transports goods from right across the country.
That is so neat how they put
Capricorn's
it in lines
rewards
in their
are
names.
hard won. Commerce Road and Occupation Road are names you won't find in Richmond. Even Brentford's old church is now a furniture warehouse. No time for prayer, it seems. Horn Lane on his hind leg at Industrial Acton, Oaktown, leads to Old Oak Common. Long-living Capricorn, old Father Time, is Merlin in Glastonbury Zodiac's round table. Was Merlin once imprisoned in these old oaks?
Arnica
If
too,
so,
apparently.
he is not alone. For Wormwood Scrubs, what a Capricornian name. Delays and frustrates many prisoners here still. How strange that
Hi,
the
Roger.
2 most famous prisons on the Zodiac, the other at Wandsworth on Scorpio, are on the Zodiac's 2 signs of death and reformation. In fact, Capricorn can be the scapegoat. The River Brent cuts off his head. Spur Road, formerly Cutthroat Lane, slits his throat, leading to the Gillette razor factory on the Great West Road.
Really?
Is it accident merely that so many nobles went to the block from Zion House nearby? The Dukes of Somerset and Northumberland, Lady Jane Grey and Catherine Howard all went to the Tower. and paid with their heads from here on
True.
Capricorn's proud neck for rising too high. For Capricorn, the mid-heaven sign, can attain eminence by his ambition and dogged persistence, but must beware that pride can have a fall. There are other noble oases on this built-up sign, Gunnersbury Park among them. Capricorn here has only one horn, reminding us of an old secret. Royal, Lion and Unicorn are the zodiac's summer and winter signs. North Pole Junction is near Capricorn's hind foot. Here on his crutch is Bollow Stream, Bollow Bridge and Lane, on Capricorn's most potent part. Make what you can of that. Turnham Green turns his hands down Acton Lane, and Back Lane is on his back, the old Roman road through Chiswick. Beautiful Chiswick House has a crazy tale that it was once faced with cheeses, doubtless a pun on the word Chiswick. But wind and rain dissolved the cheeses, leaving only the bare bones we now see. Capricorn has rule over the bones in zodiac anatomy. But the truth is even stranger. When Lord Burlington rebuilt the old house, he modelled it on the Palladian Villa Capra in Vicenza. Capra means she-goat. And don't she-goats give milk for cheese? Capricorn's head noses Austerlitz
What's your
Hill,
sign, Isabella?
just as the Glastonbury goat noses the Tor. For goats must climb mountains. His ultimate ambition is the stars, and Zion Lane leads him to the hill of Zion, the New Jerusalem, per ardua ad astra. This sign's feeling for antiquity has made him rich in museums. Gunnersbury Park has one, and Brentford has two, one for music, one
We
for
already did
steam.
Scorpio, unfortunately.
And the antiques at Zion Lodge are a delight.
But you can catch it on the rewatch.
Yeah.
Zion Monastery owned Osterley Hill until it was suppressed. So it really is the Zodiac's Hill of Zion. 18th century Zionists offered vast sums for Zion House, but were refused. As at Glastonbury's New Jerusalem, these rounded shapes can be both Aquarian water pot, the Celtic cauldron of rebirth, and flying eagle or phoenix, the new year rising from the ashes of the old. Note how the vanished village of Strathage, now Jersey Road, hints at the eagle's talons. And aptly enough, two stone eagles greet us as we approach Osterley House.
Yeah.
Is it just accident that it once had a famous aviary? Or that
Yeah, and
Edward
they can stomach
III
anything.
gave Osterley to a man named Faulkner on condition he rode round the estate annually with a falcon on his wrist? Did Edward, a great Arthurian, know the zodiac secret? Faulkner's Fields, now a golf course, are still here. Curious how the phoenix motive persists here. Nicholas Barban also owned Osterley, making a fortune in fire insurance. His emblem, suitably enough, the phoenix. He was the son of Puritan praise god Barebones. Capricornian Barebones resurrects as Osterley's phoenix. An Osterley countess died of a fever at Dublin's Phoenix Park. Aquarius is the sign of the common man and of the rising Aquarian age. And aptly, Osterley's first mansion was built by a commoner, Thomas Gresham, an Elizabethan banker. Later, Robert Adam rebuilt it magnificently to vie with ducal Zion below. But a democratic aura persists. One Osterley heiress eloped to Gretna Green to escape her egalitarian father and marry a lord. Her granddaughter did the same, but this time to frustrate her titled father and marry a commoner. The eagles have flown. Uranus rules Aquarius, giving sudden inspiration and sudden changes of fortune. It also gives bizarre twists and unorthodox religion. A bishop, uncle of an Austerley Countess of Jersey, liked to play the masked highwayman from here, but he got shot himself, and the predatory prelate went missing from his pastoral duties for several weeks. Curiously, it was near here at Slough that Herschel discovered Uranus with his giant telescope.
Oh, wow.
Aquarius is a small sign, but its influence seems to spread to Colnbrook's ancient Ostrich Inn, 5 miles along the Bath Road, where Dick Turpin jumped from an upper window onto Black Bess's back and freedom, escaping Bow Street runners who were dashing upstairs after him. A typical Uranian escape.
Uranian,
But
yeah.
long before that, a couple with the significant name of Jarman, who owned the Ostrich, robbed and murdered travellers by unbolting the floor under their bed as they slept, tipping them into a boiling cauldron in the kitchen below. They then threw the body into the River Colne nearby. Did their name mean Water Jar Man? Templars mysteriously founded this inn, one of our oldest, for the comfort of travellers in this world and their salvation in the next. Was this a Templar tale to alert pilgrims on the Bath Road that they were nearing Austerley's Celtic cauldron of inspiration and rebirth?
What you already
Really
know
cool.
is not sufficient to guide you into the future.
The M4 slices through the fishes as if they were on a fishmonger's
There's
slab.
3 fish.
One
That's
fish
cool.
plunges from Aquarius at Heston, while the river crane draws the other's belly through Cranford Park. Fish, after all, were weighed by the cran, and the crane's old name was the Fishbourne.
Whose birthday?
Heston has a truly Piscean tale. Buried in the churchyard is poor Private White, who died of 150 lashes in Hounslow Barracks in 1846. But he didn't die in vain. The vicar of Heston, shocked by such cruelty, when asked to bury him, alerted the newspapers. Their accounts so stirred the public that Parliament had to ban flogging forever. Pisces is the sign of self-sacrifice for others. Don't miss the Queen's Head while in Heston. It has old beams, a suit of armour, a ghost, and many busts of British queens from Boadicea onwards. These perhaps reflect across to Pisces from its opposite sign, Virgo. This old inn even has fishes swimming beneath the ancient building. Cranford Park was the seat of the Earls of Berkeley, and their old Admiral Sir George, obviously affected by Pisces' Neptunian illusions, built poop-like
I'm
verandas
Pisces right now. We'll get
onto
to
the mansion,
Aquarius.
from which he would scan the park through his telescope as if he was still on the high seas. Affected by the same ray, his chaplain invented a land yacht, which scudded with him through these acres as if on Piscean waves, to the astonishment of the locals. Cranford's church was Saxon, rebuilt by the Templars and dedicated to St. Dunstan, the much-travelled bard. Now renovated, it is still a gem with many effigies. Harlington Church has a statue of Piscean St. Peter, aptly marking his place in his Bible with a fish. No doubt this is due to a vicar with the fitting name of Haddock, who restored the church and even had the grace to die on All Souls' Day, as his plaque shows. One Piscean window shows St. Christopher staggering through the waves. Its Norman doorway is the county's finest, and its cedar, they say here, was planted by a Templar with a seed from the Lebanon. Templars were certainly active round
Oh,
here.
beautiful.
Their religion was Piscean, in that it accepted no boundaries, fusing Christianity with mysteries gathered from their travels in the Middle East. Pisces is the poet and mystic of the zodiac, and Dorley Farm at Harlington, now demolished and replaced by a golf course, became an 18th century poet's corner. Here Lord Bolingbroke entertained Dryden, Pope, Voltaire, and Gay. whose Beggar's Opera had a Piscean theme. For Macheath, the singing footpad, was prisoned. Pisces the mystic can be a homeless wanderer, only at home in institutions. The wandering troubadour is typical of this sign. Dean Swift read Gulliver's famous travels to them. The traveller again. Dawley Farm and its poets have gone, but in their place, sculptured Piscean swimmers at Stockley Park point elegant feet skyward. In astrology, Pisces rules the feet. Could anything be more apt? They said that the Bath Road here in winter was good if coach wheels only sank 2 feet into the mud. But in summer, travellers choked on the dust. So Bob made these pumps to lay it. But long before that, Conebrook on this road had a quart of pie powder, pied poudre, or dusty feet, to control vagrants, hawkers, and chapmen who travelled along it. Those Piscean feet again. Pisceans need seclusion, time to reflect and dream. There should be a monastery here. Is this magnificent old barn, a veritable cathedral in oak, said to be the largest in the country. Happily, it's now preserved.
Systems in your brain that can be activated to produce a mystical experience that could alter.
Ares is here a gambling lamb with face reverted, not a ram. His back drawn by the Roman road to Staines, his underside by the Crane River, and his head suitably enough at Lambton Lane. This sign, ruled by battles of Mars, has scarred Witton and Hounslow with Roman roads and pockmarked the heath with Roman camps. 2 of these, King's Arbor and Caesar's Camp, lie under Heath Row now, with a temple to Mithras, the soldier's god. Armies have drilled and manoeuvred here for centuries. Hounslow Barracks is heir to a long tradition. Catholic James II kept an army here to overawe Protestant London. But when he heard the soldiers cheer at the reprieve of the 7 bishops he'd sent for trial, he realized he'd lost the army's loyalty and, despairing, fled the country. Highwaymen long infested Hounslow Heath. Mars excites adrenaline, the fluid of fight and flight. Dick Turpin and Claude Duval are Aryan types. For Ares, no sneak thief, loves confrontations and has a gallant air. The Green Man at Hatton Cross has a chimney that concealed them from Bow Street runners, and Dick Turpin once escaped through the back of a grandfather clock at a Hounslow inn, while they peppered its front with shot. Ares' forefoot at Witton stamps out martial rhythms at Godfrey Kneller's Jacobean Hall, now the Military School of Music. Drums and bugles entrance Ares' ear. Gunpowder dilates his nostrils. At Witton's old powder mills along the River Crane. His hooves struck dangerous sparks, for huge explosions here could be heard as far as London, while arms and legs rained down out of the sky from those who couldn't hide behind the battle mounds in time. 17th century German swordsmiths settled nearby at Baber Bridge, unconsciously magnetized by this martial sign. Warlike Templars were here too, and the Knights of St. John, naming Hospital Bridge Road. The lamb with reverted head was one of their insignia. Some say the Norse god Tiw lurks in Twickenham's name, and its rugby ground is certainly a battleground, though its heroes are covered more in mud than blood today. The French researcher Gauquelin has found Mars prominent in sportsmen's charts. Twickenham Rugger and Wimbledon's tennis, the only 2 world-famous sports centres on this zodiac, are both on martial signs. Ares is the pioneer of the zodiac, its first sign. The first Ordnance Survey of England began as a military enterprise on Hounslow Heath, with glass rods 5 miles long, beginning here at Hampton Hill and stretching across to Heathrow. Earth zodiacs need maps to be seen. They should begin on Aries. Pioneering Sir Joseph Banks sailed across the world with Captain Cook to Australia. A great botanist, he introduced new plants from there and named Botany Bay. It was he who first suggested transporting convicts there. Living at Isleworth, he was also the first to import merino sheep, grazing them on the heath. His home is now West Thames College. It was Banks who fitted out the mutinous Bounty under Captain Bligh. Aries can easily become mutinous. The first tank, steam-powered, was tried out here, and the first commercial air flights to Paris, which were adapted Vickers-Vimy bombers, and took off from the Heath in 1919 with many forced landings, for they depended on sight alone for navigation. The first flight to Australia also began here, before Heston or Croydon aerodromes existed. It took 28 days. The first polo match in England was played here, a martial contest between Bengal Lancers and Hussars, fresh from India. Is there anything that did not begin on Aries?
This trick to get gas for a penny is going to get banned in Canada. This ex-programmer got fired from his job at a German car manufacturer after exposing.
Taurus here is a large leaping bull, while Glastonbury zodiac shows only its head. Spectacular Abel, or Castor and Pollux, and twin of Summer Road, rescues his dark brother of Winter Down and Black Hills. Is this ill-tempered twin also grumpy Wayland Smith, as Wayland's farm suggests? Their hand.
Okay, my friends, we are going to read now. It starts off book 1, the creation, the ages of man.
How did we get from that to Mud Fossil University? That was cool.
The M4 slices through the fishes as if they were. Zion Monastery. Scorpio, ruled by Mars and Pluto, is the zodiac sign. Pluto is the zodiac sign of death and transformation. Pluto exposes the past so that we may die to it and be renewed. No wonder Wandsworth Prison is here. Much of Scorpio has a depressed air, as though it couldn't quite forget the Danish ravaging on the Wandle River. Many Saxon and Danish graves with their weapons were found at mournful Ravensbury. Tooting Graveney and Morden are death names here too, while Cannon Hill and Roman Spain Street nearby lay down martial law. It was on this sign that King Kenmare was killed. There are more cemeteries on this sign than in any other. Car cemeteries abound too, for Mars' metal is iron. Each scorpionic claw has a huge burial mound, this one in Morden Park and another on Wimbledon Common near the windmill, said to belong to Gwythyr, Caradoc's brother, killed fighting invading Romans. Caesar's camp and well here remember these battles. Those Caradoc and Gwythyr fought in Claudius' invasion 90 years later. The word Caesar, however, seems right on this claw. When the sun declined in Scorpio, Osiris, killed by his envious brother Set, was floated down the Nile, mourned by the triple goddess Isis. Is the Oxford and Cambridge boat race, rowed now from Putney near Scorpio's Sting, a memory of this? It was first rowed on Oxford's Isis. So Arthur, killed by his death-named son Mordred, floated down the river Brue to Avalon, mourned by 3 weeping queens. 2 churches opposed each other on either bank, where he entered the Glastonbury zodiac through Scorpio. So here, Putney and Fulham churches flanked the Thames. 2 giant sisters built these Thames churches, so legend tells, with but one hammer between them, throwing it over the Thames to alternate shouts of "put nigh" and "full home." When it broke, a hammersmith mended it for them. Does Hurlingham remember these Hurling sisters? Were they Kingston zodiac giants? And were these old stones at Fulham Palace once part of a stone circle? A Norman arch re-erected in Merton churchyard is all we have of Merton Priory, which was once as big as Southwark Cathedral, though some pathetic foundations can still be seen under Sainsbury's supermarket, a true temple to Mammon on this once sacred site. Monks once fished in the Wandle, whose scorpionic energy turned many water wheels. Here William Morris's tapestry works became Liberty's Mill. Scorpios are noted for their courage in the face of danger. Nelson's and Lady Hamilton's mansion and estate once stood by this river at Merton. All built over now, its site is only signed by the Nelson Arms. Our greatest admiral was drawn to live on this water sign. Their love affair was typical of passionate Scorpio. His arms, at least, are in Merton Church, but his mounting stone outside seems an inadequate local memorial. Scorpio's Mars and revolutionary Pluto are not good at preservation. Most of Scorpio's rich past here is buried underground with Pluto. No wonder John Innes flourished on this sign, making his famous compost here. A school now reaps the benefit of his splendid house. An ardent Freemason who founded Merton's Lodge, he was irresistibly drawn to secretive Scorpio.
When your back hurts, life hurts. Take back your back with Roback's Dual Action Formula.
Is that all of them? I can't hear you. You're muted.
I think that's all of them. I'll play Sagittarius again just to make sure. But that's awesome.
Yeah, because I think I missed Sagittarius, and it's important.
Anciently identified with the Asian sun god Asa, or Ahura, is not a centaur here, but a mounted archer, ranging over Richmond Park and drawn by its footpaths and roads. His bow, the Thames Curve, aiming for the stars, specifically the bullseye Aldebaran, across the river.
Ooh, that's some interesting stuff for you.
The very shape of the park reveals his head and shoulders. Note how the Thames bends allow for his horse's head and legs. Did Ahura become Arthur? There are 2 Arthur roads on this figure. Or is he Robin Hood? This figure is hooded. Both heroes belong more to sun myth than history. Both stood against oppression, had zodiacal bands, a queen, a peerless lieutenant, and a counsellor. Both were betrayed, and dying sent a last sun ray to earth. Arthur's sword into the lake, Robin's arrow into the forest. Robin Hood games were played for centuries in Kingston. A Robin Hood roundabout, park gates, pub, and lane all remember him here. He's not confined to Sherwood. Robin Hood's Hill was a mound, now gone, in the old deer park. Archery is still practiced in both parks. He's not only an archer. Ruled by Jupiter, he's the zodiac's philosopher king. Aptly enough, Bertrand Russell was reared at Pembroke Lodge in Richmond Park, and there are other philosophers who lived from time to time on his figure. The Richmond end of the park has wide-ranging views to Windsor Castle, and St. Paul's can be seen on the famous mound, where Henry VIII, they say, paused from hunting to see the signal of Anne Boleyn's execution in the Tower. There are Sagittarian riders aplenty here, and polo is only played on this effigy, nowhere else on the zodiac. Many clues hint at this Sagittarian figure hanging upside down in the park. Gallows Pond is his eye, below his domed brow, near Kingston Gate. From here, the road to Richmond Gate bends round Royal Thatched Lodge to form his nose. His heart is heart-shaped Isabella plantation, blood red with blossom in the spring. Spanker's Wood spanks his and his horse's rump near Chowhole Gate. Mind-boggling names. Pen Ponds, still potently erect, are just where you'd expect, though he's the declining sun of December. But the Star and Garter near his knee at Richmond Gate is ready to receive all aging heroes. The Spur Inn on his heel, now closed, was a curious coincidence that was named from a railway spur at Sheen. Black and white horse pubs abound on his figure. Preeminent among them all, of course, is Putney's splendid spotted horse. Richmond and Kew still have a royal air, though Sheen's old palace has gone, with only its gatehouse to remind us it was there. Beneath it, on the horse's front leg, ghostly hoofbeats are still occasionally heard, where the opportunist Carew waited for the dying Queen Elizabeth's ring to be dropped to him, so he could gallop to Scotland and give it to James I. Kewfoot Road is on his mount's front foot, and Kew Road, which draws the other front leg, was earlier called Horse Lane. Kew Gardens, with its royal beasts, still keeps its palace. How fortunate we are that kings have preserved so much of the Sagittarian figure for us. Merlin, his druid advisor, even had a grotto here in the 18th century. But Merlin, hoary with ancient wisdom, really belongs to Capricorn, just over the river.
Oh, that's horrible, Danny. Yeah, I think that's all of them. Yeah. Okay.
Very interesting. I'm definitely going to go over that Sagittarius one again.
Let me see here.
It's all about the arrow.
So there's a link in chat again for those of you that missed the first time or second time I put it in. There's a third link to that series of videos on each zodiacal sign in the landscape. That was really cool. Yeah. I forget who shared that with us. Somebody shared that with us. And I forget who that was, but thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
If you'd like to pipe up and say I did it, I'd appreciate that. But yeah, we did appreciate that. That was awesome.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible. Okay. Just going through some of the comments here.
Yeah.
My mom had a wooden spoon. Yikes is right. All right, guys, I need to go have some dinner. I might be on later. Tomorrow is family day, so I've got the day off. So I might be on later and maybe even tomorrow. Just depends on what's happening. But if I am, it'll be great to see you guys later. I'm going to go take a break for a while. And much love to you all. You have any last words there?
Just much love. And
it just came up. You know what?
Who did?
Morgan. Isabella.
Morgan?
Hello.
Isabella Live.
Oh.
Hi, Morgan. I was
Hey.
Hi,
just
Morgan.
signing off.
Hey,
dude.
guys.
I was just signing off, but you know what?
No problem.
Seeing as you just came up, if you want to come back in a few hours,
Sure.
I'll probably do another one.
Right on.
I'd love to talk to you about some of the creatures we've been talking about lately and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Right
I'd like
on.
to continue on with that conversation with you.
Yeah.
Because we kind of got cut off.
Right on. The behemoth, all that. Right on.
Yeah. All right, guys. Much love to you all. Have
See
a
you
great.
next time, Morgan.
Yep.
Yep. We'll see you soon. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.